In this video, I'm going to do what I'm calling a mystery die. So first thing I'm going to do is it's going to be a spiral, and then it's also going to be an ice die. But the thing that's going to make it a mystery is I am going to choose 4 colors. I haven't picked them out yet. I've got maybe 25 colors to choose from. I'm going to get it all wrapped up, and then I'm going to put it on a rack in a tub. I'm going to put ice over the top of the spiral, and then the die is going to go over the top of the ice. So it's going to have a lot of time to split through all of the ice before it drips onto the shirt. So let's get this guy twisted up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Next step is I'm going to get it into a tub on a rack, get a barrier around it, and then I think I'll pick the colors. I just thought of something when I was setting up for the next shot. I have 2 different types of racks, and there's one major difference. They both look pretty similar. This one's very shallow. This is what I typically use when I am applying liquid dye. But when I'm doing ice dyes, I have an elevated rack. So this rack sits a little bit higher off the table. And what this does is it gives plenty of room for the muck to develop underneath. That's all of the water with the dye in it. It gives it lots of room to make sure that you can add additional ice on top if you need to, and there's plenty of room for that to fill up so that it doesn't end up coming and touching the bottom of your shirt. Okay, so shirt is in a tote on an elevated rack, and I've got an ice barrier that's made out of aluminum foil. And I just picked 4 colors. No idea if these are going to work nicely together, but we have a few that I haven't been able to try yet. In fact, all of these colors are new to me. I thought I mentioned this size here. This is the 2-ounce size. So if you're shopping at Dharma, this is 8 ounce, this is 2 ounce. Those are the 2 choices, the smaller choices that you have. So next I'm going to load it up with some ice, and then we're going to sprinkle it sort of randomly, and then we're going to hope it doesn't turn out terrible. Okay, wish me luck. We're shooting for not a lot of brown, but see what happens. All right, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if that's enough dye or if that's way too much dye. Maybe if you have a little more experience with this, you can let me know in the comments. But like promising, maybe? I don't know. Next step is I'm going to let this sort of melt and let all that dye penetrate the shirt for 24 hours. In maybe 5 or 6 hours, I'll come take a look at it and flip it over. Once the ice has melted, I should say, I will flip the shirt over and make sure that color got all the way through. And if it doesn't, I'll add some more ice and hope that more color gets through. But either way, we're committed now, so we'll see what this all looks like in just a little bit. All right, it's the next day. This is what we've got so far. I just did a rinse out in my bathtub, and I'm going to be honest, there was a lot of brown coming out, but I can see there's actually quite a bit of splitting going on. All right, let's open it up and see how it looks. Oh, cool. Wow. All right, so the brown that I was seeing, it actually turns into sort of a bronze, which I think looks killer. Oh man, this turned out great. Some interesting stuff going on up here. Wow, okay, well, you never really know until it's been washed. So I'm going to bring this back once it's been washed, and we'll take another look at it, but this looks super promising. Okay, I dig this.